Hi guys, my name is Izzy. I'm a sporadic YouTuber. Today I'm going to be doing my Grinchathon TBR, which if you don't know what Grinchathon is, it's a readathon I created and I host, and I will link everything down below. I have been getting no reading done because I've just been too busy doing everything, prepping for Grinchathon and seeing everybody's TBRs and communicating and trying to figure out what the hell I want to read, which resulted in a ridiculously super ambitious mess of a TBR with like 13 books. I don't plan on reading all of these books, but I figured I'd give myself options. That's what I'm doing, right? Giving myself options. So before I get into my TBR, I'm just going to jump ahead to challenge number 8 and tell you guys that not only did I double up in that challenge, but I also doubled up in every single other challenge. I took it to the extreme. So what I mean is, for every single challenge, like the first challenge, which I'll get into in a minute, is diverse. I picked 2 books for that challenge, and so on and so on. There's 2 books for every challenge. Now, some of those challenges are, like some of those books are in both categories or in other challenges. It's a crazy mess, and I don't know why I did it to myself. This is supposed to be super chill, and I made it super ridiculous on myself. I also doubled up on format of the books, which I will get to at the end of this video. So, it's really confusing, and now I'm like hate myself for this, and I don't know what's wrong with me. But I did it, and now I'm in it. I'm in too deep now. Ugh. Challenge number 1 is diverse. For this one, I'm going to pick autobiography and Wilder Girls. I believe Wilder Girls has some queer characters, and autobiography, I believe, is a male-male romance. So they're both LGBTQIA+. So hopefully this one has queer characters. I believe it does. The next challenge is Cooldown. For this one, I'm going to pick Witchwood, which it starts in here. It says, "Our story begins on a frosty night." That seems kind of perfect. I have read Furthermore and I loved it, so I really want to get to Witchwood. And I also picked The Young Jedi Knights, the next book in that series, Lightsaber, because it's got, I think this is like a fortress near the ocean, and it's got like some cool colors, and I don't know, it looks cool down. The next challenge is Strong Female. A lot of these books will have strong females, but I'm going to pick Game of Thrones because I'm in love with Daenerys. Let's be real here. I'm going to pick Game of Thrones because I'm currently listening to the audiobook for this. And I'm going to also pick How to Train Your Dragon because there is a female character in here. I hope she's actually in this one because that would be embarrassing. This is book 6. I'm way behind on there was like a whole buddy read with this, and I don't even know if it's still going on because I'm super behind and I can't catch up and I'm a mess. So yeah, I'm going to read book 6. The next challenge is Tiny Reads. For that, I'm going to pick 2 graphic novels. I'm going to pick Saga Volume 6, which is the next one I have to read in the series. And I'm going to pick The Crow because I'm supposed to read this for Reading Rush as well. And also Alphabathon and all the things. So I'm going to pick those 2. For Green and Black, I'm going to pick Inspection by Josh Malerman. This is on the You Pick My TBR as well. And I'm going to also, again, pick Wilder Girls for this challenge as well. I don't know why I'm doing this double up thing. It's really weird. Just go with it. The next challenge is Goal, or another challenge. Any of these that are on my Reading Rush TBR could count, but I'm going to pick Game of Thrones for this one because this is a challenge in itself and a goal just to read on its own. And also I'm gonna pick the Star Wars book for that challenge as well because my goal was to read a Star Wars book every single month, and I haven't done that at all. So I just want to read one this month. For Inspired, I picked 2 covers that I would like to recreate or redraw. Mostly because I recreated a picture on my Instagram recently. If you follow me on Instagram, you should go check it out, of a 5-star read, a recent 5-star read called Alice by Christina Henry. It was fantastic. It was amazing, and it solidified Christina Henry as being a favorite author. Now I need to read the rest of her stuff. But anyway, I recreated that cover, and I absolutely am obsessed with it now. Like, I'm really obsessed with that cover recreation, so much so that it has inspired me to continue doing that. And yeah, so I picked 2 covers here that I would like to recreate if I could. So I'm going to pick Sadie, which has a very Very beautiful cover. I would love to recreate this. I don't know if I actually can, but it seems pretty simplistic. An autobiography for that challenge as well, because it's pretty basic cover and I think I can figure it out. For the double up challenge, I picked 2 mangas. I guess this is technically a manga, even though it's normal. It's not backwards, which is weird. I don't know, but I'm gonna read the first volume of Scott Pilgrim and the 4th volume of Vampire Knight. So for the community challenge, I am going to read Shannon and I's buddy read, which will actually be having a live show in the middle of Grinchathon. And I know it's going to confuse some people because they're going to be like, what is this going on? Why is this going on during Grinchathon? But we already scheduled it, so too bad, so sad. So we have to read this buddy read together. This is the 3rd book, I believe, in the All the Wrong Questions series by Lemony Snicket. This is kind of, Firecat's kind of like, she gave me the word that I was looking for. It's kind of like a prequel to the series of Unfortunate Events. It follows Lemony Snicket as a young boy. They are more mystery than the series of Unfortunate Events are more dark, I feel like, than these. These are pretty fun and lighter. And then the other community pick that I picked was a Star Wars book, because Shannon, this is my thought process. Shannon looked on Firecats, looked on her profile on Goodreads to pick her community read. She went to her Goodreads account and went to her 5-star reads and then picked one of those 5-star reads to read, and it was a Star Wars book. And I also like Star Wars, so it like all came together. And so because of that, I'm going to read a Star Wars book myself, which is the next one in my series that I'm currently reading. I do actually have that book that Shannon is going to read. It's over there somewhere. I actually have that book and I was gonna read it, but then I'm like, nah, I think I'm just gonna stick with my series that I'm reading now so I don't get confused. And the last challenge, Dark, is the same as my Green and Black challenge, is Inspection and Wilder Girls. I believe both of these have dark themes. I think Sadie does too. A lot of these books have dark themes because it's me. So another thing that I did that was super extra of me is I doubled up on all of the formats as well. So the first one being audiobook, I am listening to both of these audiobooks. I will be listening to this one. The How to Train Your Dragon audiobooks are phenomenal. They're narrated by David Tennant. So, I mean, enough said. So, I'm going to be listening to both these audiobooks. I've already started this one. That's the most amazing thing about Grinchathon, is you can continue books you've already started. I don't care. It doesn't matter. There are no rules. But yeah, so I'm going to be reading Game of Thrones and the audiobook for How to Train Your Dragon. And as you saw, I obviously picked 2 mangas as well. And I picked 2 YAs. And I obviously picked 2 graphic novels. And 2 middle grades. Actually, I picked 3 because How to Train Your Dragon is technically a middle grade. And 2 adult books. And the last 2 are just 2 extra reading rush challenges. And also 2 You Pick My TBR challenges, as well as a lot of those other ones as well. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 books on my TBR. Terrible mistake. But I'm going to, there's some audiobooks, there's some middle grade, there's some graphic novels. I don't plan to read everything at all, not even a little bit. I'm gonna focus on the ones that first off need to be read for the You Pick My TBR, which are quite a few of them. And I think I'm also just going to focus on the audiobooks too, and the lighter reads that are there, and obviously the buddy read with Shannon. I don't know. I will see you guys during Grinchathon. I am so sorry, my TBR is a ridiculous mess and I don't know what I'm doing to myself. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. I will see you during Grinchathon. I love you guys so much. Peace. I'm out. Goodbye, guys.